initial reaction to, and especially in previous years, to finding out that you've got a crop circle?
Well, there's been a pretty general farmer being pretty anti the crop circle thing and seeing it as damage to crops. My attitude has changed really, partly because of the bright futures, and partly because of the help we've had with running the formation here. We've got Paul Jacobs here, who's been managing the site here and has created a much better experience for people coming up, and has controlled people coming in and the other damage that happens if people walk in from all different directions.
So what's people's usual behaviour then when they found out that there's a crop circle and there's no one standing at the gate?
People are a little naughty, and I suppose it is a strange experience, and people want to get into the formation, and so yes, as soon as you had a formation, people will come in, and most people are very good about how they come in and respectful of the formation, but I'm afraid it's a most and not all.
And how do you help farmers then?
We're basically a liaison group. As well as doing research, we look after the farmer's interests if the farmer has a crop circle event on their land.
And this year, of course, it's raising money for charity. So what made you get on board with that, really?
Indeed. Well, the initial brief of CGI, or Core Group Initiative, was to help farmers, but also to have a charitable component, so that it would soften attitudes, I suppose. It's a perfect marriage, really, because on the one hand you're looking after the farmers' interests in terms of people, traffic and land management, but you're also doing something constructive by collecting substantial amounts of money for good causes.
So what's been sort of, when you've approached farmers in the past about it and said you want to go and look at something, what's usually been the response?
Well, what we tend to do is we try to develop positive relationships with farmers, and we will only approach those farmers that we've developed a positive relationship with. If you try to approach a farmer that, let's call him an angry farmer, for good reasons in truth, for disrespect on his land over the years, it's much harder. It's better to sort of to try and befriend farmers, and they get to know you. It's all about trust, and then if they get a formation at some point, you feel more able to say, well, look, would you like allow us to help you? And we go forward in that way, really.
Which, for you, just coming up here, it's probably been a much greater experience through having Paul here than if you just wandered in here and walked through the formation. You'd have thought, what's that? And you wouldn't really have had the understanding that you have now from it. But having that formation was really quite a moving experience. It was so complex, the photos used in the book aren't, when you get a straight down view of it, it was just so immaculately accurate. And the field where it was an undulating field, so you couldn't actually see from corner to corner of it, because it was rolling field, so there was a hump in the middle.
Now that's interesting from a research point of view, because there's something that we describe as topographic compensation. When you have an undulating field and you photograph from above, it's still perfect. Work that out. You would expect it to be distorted, in other words, because of the topographical variation, but it's compensated for in the design, so that when you photograph it from above, it always comes out perfect.
Oh.
Now that is from a geometer's or mathematician's point of view, that is mind-boggling.
I suppose drones and things now, and people in aircraft, makes it much easier to actually take pictures.
We've all got drones.
You've all got drones?
Yeah, we use them routinely.
Paul's got a drone.
I have. Yeah, it's great. You don't have to book a light aircraft like you used to at great expense. You just put it in the air. But talk about the multiple benefits of CGI, because it's not just actively managing the domain for the farmer so that he can get on with the job of farming. You know, we're actually, one of our primary briefs was charity, and in this case it's Brighter Futures, collecting for charity. It softens the whole thing down, and it seems to bring the farmers slightly different attitude.
We've collected for Prospect before.
Yeah.
I think the Cube one where I think we did it, we had half of it and we put half of it into Prospect, but we took a couple of grand on that one.
Yeah.
If this all goes well, this media stuff, and we have a bit of sunshine tomorrow, I'm sure we'll get a lot more interest. And we've also got another one. We've got another unit, a van with personnel up at Etchelhampton. We've got an agreement with that farmer who's on board, and we're collecting. He's agreed to collect for Brighter Futures as well. So you know, we've got two farmers working for one cause, and this is my vision: is that we get increasing numbers of farmers. We're collecting for one expensive cause, if you will, like this 2.9 million for Brighter Futures, and it makes it more realistic. We're going to do it. We're going to find the money for this. We're going to succeed.
You got a proper blast then, didn't you?
Choked with dust here. Right, I'm going to climb on board. Do you want to come along?
Yeah, let's go and have a look then.
Hi, can I come aboard, Captain? We've got Sophie here from the BBC. Yeah. Would like to just get a bit of audio from you, if that's okay, before we go any further. Do you want to climb up here? She just wants to ask you a few questions.
You're right.
I am, thank you.
Right, okay. I won't be
Don't
long.
be shy, we don't mind.
Okay. Well, I'm up now. We're both up in the cab now, aren't we? So it's much taller than I expected. We've even got a dog up here, so you're going to have lots of company while you're doing this. It's Kevin, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, right, Kevin. What's it like then knowing you're going to be filmed? Or you're going to be in charge of it a little bit?
A bit worrying. We'll
Have
see
you
what happens.
harvested many crop circles?
We have done a few, yes.
What's it like doing them? Because I mean, obviously it must be a little bit different, the imprint in the land, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's very awkward usually because the crop is flat against the floor. It takes a bit of a struggle to get out the ground.
So, how are you going to fit a camera in here? Is it just going to sit in here and hope for the best and manoeuvre it?
Yes, yeah, we're going to find a space and have a go.
Well, good luck with it all. I'm going to remove myself because there's only 2 seats in here and the camera and Paul are definitely going to take one up. So, I'll leave you now.
Okay, see you later.
See you later. Have a good time.
Yeah, thanks. It was 2 years ago, that would have been 13. We were up on Hathead Hill, and there were 2 up there.
Yeah. So that was it, one on the top, and I cut those 2 on the top.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm afraid that was me.
James actually gave me a picture of, well, from here, he must have been sitting here.
That was Jill. Yeah,
Oh, that was Jill, was it?
Jill
Yeah,
took it. Yeah, she came up with me and she said she wanted some photographs from the crop circle.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
little blow the chaff and everything off of the wheat, off the crop, so I get a clean sample in there. in the bin as well.
Right, 13.6 tonne a hectare.
13.8, no, yeah, that's
13.8.
real time.
Is that a good average? Is that what you would hope for?
That's a very good average, yeah. Yeah, that's the spot yield. So that's what's coming off at this precise moment. And this is what I'm putting through the convoy, so that's doing 36.3 tonne an hour.
What about bunnies? What happens to bunnies?
They hop out of the way and will lie down.
You're here, are you? Have you combined through a crop circle?
Oh yes,
A few?
So you're obviously well into your crop circles.
Oh gosh, yes. Yeah, I've been involved in crop circles since the beginning of the millennium, I suppose.
Is this a very special thing for you to do, to film this?
Well, because it's the first time that I know of, because farmers have been absolutely against cooperating with crop circle researchers and enthusiasts in the past. Yeah, this is very special. This is a breakthrough in public relations. Very, very important, very special. Yeah.
James hasn't gone for these little green men doing this, is it? Has he?
Yeah, it's just little green men. So
What's that?
I told you it's not little green men, actually, it's not. Which I didn't realise that that's what was coming. I've got no chance of doing that.
Why do you think it's special to see it going rather than coming, if that makes sense?
I think it's an aesthetic thing. It just appeals to public interest. You know, it's not the sort of thing that you commonly see on the TV. A crop circle being actually harvested. You might see a sort of an aerial image of a crop circle, but to my knowledge, you haven't actually seen it being harvested before. So I think that's why it could be of public interest.
Some theory about magnetic worlds or something causing vortexes. That's it.
Somebody been alien planets.
Of course they have. Of course they have.
I can only vouch for this because I have not seen any green men. Not seen any light. Unfortunately,
So the thing is, the rather inconvenient truth is that Earth is at the end of a very long space cul-de-sac.